Good evening. You're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. Sarawak welcomes Affin Group's financial expansion, aligning with the Sarawak government's efforts. And on the same development, Affin Bank unveils 5 key AX28 strategies for the next 5 years. Sarawak stands disappointed as PADUNGAN Assemblyman disrespectful of a late former governor. The Sarawak government welcomes the strong commitment of the Affin Group to expand its financial product and service offerings, which include community banking, corporate banking, treasury services, and investment banking segments. Premier Sarawak Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg said this commitment aligns with the Sarawak government's effort to boost the business and entrepreneurship sectors.
Sambut baik langkah apa yang telah nak dibuat oleh kumpulan Affin dapat terus memperluaskan peluang dan juga perkhidmatan di Sarawak agar semua lapisan masyarakat termasuklah golongan berpendapatan rendah dan peniaga kecil tidak kira di mana sahaja dapat akses kepada produk dan juga perkhidmatan keuangan yang inovatif serta dapat memenuhi keperluan mereka.
He said this in his speech text read by the Sarawak Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Dato' Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, during the Affin Group's Ideal Fitri open house earlier today. Abang Johari emphasised that through a strong support system, aspirations for achieving Sarawak's growth, security and prosperity can be realised by increasing economic growth from 146 billion ringgit in 2022 to 282 billion ringgit. He added that at present, the Sarawak government has been managing the economy and natural resources well, enabling the development and diversification of a robust economic base, making Sarawak a leading region with high income in Malaysia. Ghazali, chairman of Affin Bank Berhad, Dato' Agil Ngat, as well as the also present at the event were the Sarawak State Secretary, Dato' Ahmad Muhammad Abu Bakar Mazuki, Deputy Minister in the Sarawak Premier's Department of Law, MA 63 and Federal State Relations, Dato' Sharifah Hasidah Said Aman Ghazali, Chairman of Affin Bank Berhad, Dato' Agil Nat, as well as the President and CEO of the Affin Bank Berhad Group, Dato' Wan Razli Abdullah. Meanwhile, President and Chief Executive Officer of Affin Bank Berhad, Dato' Wan Razli Abdullah, announced that Affin Group will focus on the AX28 5-year strategic plan aimed at providing a platform for Affin's transformation with emphasis on 5 key areas. This includes a focus on private banking for T20 segment customers with investment portfolios exceeding 2 million ringgit.
Kedua, menerajui digital dengan pembelanjaan capital sebesar 400 juta ringgit. We want to modernize our digital initiatives in the bank with a 400 million capex investment. Meluaskan dan mengukuhkan kehadiran kami di seluruh Sarawak dengan penambahan 8 hingga 10 cawangan baru.
Wan Razli clarified that the 4th area involves optimizing capital efficiency to achieve a return on equity of 12% by 2028, and the 5th area involves expanding environmental, social and governance ESG initiatives to represent 25% of the total loans by 2028. He also announced plans to expand and strengthen Affin's presence in Sarawak with the expansion of branch networks, including triple banking branches comprising Affin Bank, Affin Islamic and Affin Huang Investment Bank at North Bank, which opened in April 2024. The North Bend branch serves as a financial supermarket business model, providing various banking products and services under one roof. In addition to North Bank, Affin's second branch in the town of Bintulu, namely Affin Springfield Bintulu branch, will commence operations in August this year. Moreover, Affin's mobile financial centre will commence operations at the end of this month.
Sarawak stands disappointed after Padungan Assemblyman Chong Chien Jen rejected a proposal to honour the late former Sarawak Governor Tun Pehin Sri Abdul Taib Mahmud, describing his dismissiveness of Taib's contributions to Sarawak as disrespectful. Deputy Minister in the Premier's Department, Corporate Affairs, Information and UKAS, Dr. Abdullah SAIDOL, remarked that Chong's behaviour does not reflect the decorum expected of a representative who should respect every leader of Sarawak, regardless of political differences in developing the region.
Agak mengejutkan Yang Berhormat Padungan memilih untuk tidak menyokong usul tersebut, kerana usul itu hanyalah usul simbolik sebagai tanda bahagian kita kepada bekas pemimpin. Sebagaimana kami dulu menghargai jasa dan pengorbanan bekas mendiang ketua pembangkang, mendiang Wong Holeng, di mana kami semua memilih untuk menghargai jasa beliau sebagai ketua pembangkang yang juga berjasa kepada negeri dengan pendapat-pendapat dengan pandangan serta kritikan yang konstruktif. Begitulah adat kita sebagai adab sopan dan sebagai wakil rakyat dalam sebuah Dewan Undangan Negeri. Tetapi tindakan Yang Berhormat Padungan agak mengejutkan dan mengecewakan dan agak mengguriskanlah, kerana saya rasa itu adalah sesuatu yang dari satu seginya tidak melambangkan adab sopan kita sebagai warga negeri Sarawak yang tidaklah sebegitu biadab dalam berpolitik dan sebagainya.
Abdullah, who is also sum-up assemblyman, acknowledged the challenges in managing and leading a region that previously had limited income. In efforts to lift Sarawak out of poverty, Abdullah said the late Taib took steps to attract foreign investment to boost Sarawak's economy.
Saya memahami betapa sukar pemimpin seperti dia dulu ketika suasana negeri kita kurang berpendapatan dan sebagainya, dan wilayah Sarawak yang besar. Bukan mudah untuk memimpin sebuah kerajaan dan menjaga kebajikan rakyat. Jadi hasil daripada legasi beliau adalah apa yang kita nikmati sekarang, apa yang dinikmati oleh pemimpin-pemimpin sekarang dari segi dari segi simpanan reserve kita, ekonomi kita, sebenarnya semua hasil daripada pengorbanan Tun Pehin Sri ketika beliau menjadi Ketua Menteri.
During the tabling of the proposal to honour the former Sarawak Governor, Chong, who is also the chairman of the Democratic Action Party DAP Sarawak, rejected the proposal, facing strong opposition from leaders of the government bloc.
A total of 1,403 citizenship applications under Article 15A of the Federal Constitution involving children and individuals below 21 have been received by the National Registration Department GPN Sarawak for the period from 2018 to 2023. Minister of Women, Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, Datuk Sri Fatimah Abdullah, said that out of this total, 657 applications have been deliberated, while 746 applications are still being reviewed.
Bagi tahun ini pula, dari Januari hingga Mac, sebanyak 50 permohonan telah diterima. Dan daripada jumlah tersebut, sebanyak 3 ataupun 6% permohonan sudah mendapat keputusan, manakala 47 bersamaan dengan 94% permohonan masih diproses. Bagi kes-kes yang masih tergantung Ianya akan dibawa ke mesyuarat jawatankuasa khas kewarganegaraan di bawah perkara 15A Perlembagaan Persekutuan yang akan datang.
She said this in reply to a query from Lingga Assemblywoman Daeng Nur Azhar Awang Soho during a Q&A session at the Sarat State Legislative Assembly earlier today. Fatima emphasised that not all individuals born in the country can obtain citizenship status automatically or through legal authority.
Ada individu status kewarganegaraan adalah bukan warga negara ataupun status belum ditentukan. Dan faktor penyebab keadaan ini berlaku adalah nombor 1, perkahwinan ibu bapa tidak teratur. Kelahiran berlaku sebelum pendaftaran perkahwinan ibu bapa mengikut perundangan negara. Faktor yang kedua ialah ibu pemohon sendiri tiada taraf kewarganegaraan ataupun status belum ditentukan. Faktor yang ketiga melibatkan bayi yang dibuang ataupun abandoned babies, di mana sewaktu dijumpai tidak diketahui siapa ibu bapa bayi tersebut dan tidak diketahui kewarganegaraan, status kewarganegaraan, terutama sekali ibu kepada bayi yang telah dibuang itu. Faktor penyebab nombor 4 ialah pengangkatan anak yang tidak teratur.
Vandalism or theft of government-provided electrical equipment is one of the main causes of electricity supply disruptions in Sarawak. Minister of Telecommunications and Utilities, Datuk Sri Julaihi Narawi, said his ministry will take more serious measures to address the issue, as well as organise roadshows in the future.
Antara punca lain yang menyebabkan gangguan bekalan elektrik adalah peningkatan bebanan melebihi kapasiti alat ubah ataupun transformer, serta kerosakan peranti bekalan, dan yang paling serius akhir-akhir ini ialah kejadian vandalisme ataupun kuciran kepada peralatan-peralatan yang telah disediakan oleh pihak kerajaan. Jadi kita ingin mengambil perhatian pada semua agar kita dapat memastikan bahawa kejadian vandalisme ini dapat kita tangani dengan sebaik mungkin, dan pihak Kementerian Utiliti dan Telekomunikasi akan mengambil tindakan yang serius seperti mengadakan jaraiwara pada masa akan datang untuk kita sama-sama mengatasi masalah vandalisme kepada peralatan ini.
He was replying to a query from Simunjan Assemblyman Aula Dris during a question and answer period at the Sarawak State Assembly sitting earlier today. According to Julaihi, a long-term fix for Simunjan's electricity supply disruption issue would also be beneficial since his ministry has put in a funding application for a project that would use 45 kilometres of medium voltage covered conductor and VCC distribution lines to run from Asajaya to Simunjan.
Punca utama gangguan bekalan elektrik di kawasan Simunjan adalah disebabkan oleh talian pengagihan elektrik yang panjang yang terdedah kepada unsur-unsur luar seperti keadaan cuaca buruk, sambaran kilat, haiwan ataupun sentuhan pokok yang berada berdekatan dengan talian tersebut. Bagi menangani masalah ini, sumber bekalan elektrik ke Simunjan telah dialih daripada pencawang Kota Semarahan ke pencawang Asajaya, yang sekaligus telah memendekkan jarak talian tersebut daripada 50 km kepada 42 km.
The organisers of the Malaysia Games SUKMA and SUKMA Sarawak 2024 guarantee the safety of athletes and officials participating in the championships. However, the Minister of Youth, Sports and Entrepreneur Development Sarawak, Datuk Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, stressed that athletes and officials must also be vigilant about their own safety throughout the event.
Patut menjaga diri mereka sendiri adalah atlet-atlet itu juga. Karena di mana-mana kita berada, kita tidak tahu. Kita boleh diperas ugut, kita boleh dipukul dan sebagainya oleh orang yang envious, dengki dan sebagainya. Jadi, untuk perkara ini, untuk atlet Sarawak, selain daripada insurance scheme yang kita ada, untuk tiap-tiap sukan, tiap-tiap tournament kita ada insurance scheme untuk memastikan atlet kita terjaga sekiranya ada berlaku apa-apa musibah. Harapan kita adalah atlet-atlet itu juga mesti mengambil tindakan-tindakan tertentu. Just like any other being, mana-mana kita pergi, kita perlu berwaspada.
Karim said this in response to a recent incident involving players from Terengganu FC and Selangor FC being attacked by unknown individuals. Recently, a car belonging to Johor Darul Tazim JDT player Safiq Rahim was attacked by two motorcycle riding men in Johor Bahru around 10:05 p.m. on Tuesday. To add to the safety assurances, Karim also said security levels at all sports venues will be enhanced. Furthermore, he announced the relocation of the weightlifting event venue from Dewan Panglima Rentap in Betong to Dewan Sukan Tan Sri Dato' Ahmad Stephen Kalong Ningkan due to the high maintenance and upgrading costs of the former.
Sedikit sebanyak yang kita lihat dari segi pengubahsuaian. Kalau ia diadakan di tapak lama, di Dewan Rentap, kosnya agak terlalu tinggi. Terlalu banyak nak diubah suai. Jadi, Dewan Rentap, kita pindah ke Dewan Stephen Kalong Ningkan. Tidak berapa jauh, fasilitinya pun juga tempatnya Dewan besar dan pengubahsuaian ataupun upgradingnya tidak memakankan kos yang terlalu tinggi.
He spoke to reporters at the Sarawak State Legislative Assembly after an exclusive interview on the Selamat Pagi Malaysia TV1 program earlier today.
The Sarawak Museum Department will be organising an exhibition, Team Urang Sarawak, Come Learn With Us, at the International Museum Day Festival to be held at Dewan Seri Penang, Penang Island from May 16 to May 22nd. Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Dato' Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah said that the exhibition aims to promote Sarawak's culture and heritage to visitors from both domestic and international spheres.
Tema tadi Orang Sarawak Come Learn With Us yang membawa naratif mengenai perfahaman terhadap konsep konservasi serta pameran lokasi etnologi, zoologi, manuskrip Borneo dan juga gambar-gambar berkaitan arkeologi yang terdapat dalam simpanan Jabatan Museum Sarawak yang akan dipamerkan di dalam reruai ataupun booth pameran yang berbentuk rumah tradisional kaum Bidayuh ataupun baru.
He said this to reporters during a press conference at the flag handover ceremony for the Sarawak Museum Department's contingent to the National International Museum Day event at the Sarawak State Legislative Assembly earlier today. In addition to the exhibition area, workshops, conferences and cultural performances, Abdul Karim revealed that the department will also send 25 participants from Sarawak to compete in 9 sporting events on May 13 and 14 to be held at Padang Kota Lama and Batu Ferringhi. Abdul Karim added that the organisation of the 28th edition of the festival, themed Museum, Education and Research, aligns with the Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs.
Di mana ini adalah berdasarkan matlamat, one of the goals is goal number 4, pendidikan berkualiti, dan juga goal yang keempat dan goal yang ke-9, industri inovasi dan infrastruktur industri, innovation and infrastructure. Daripada 17 matlamat yang terdapat pada matlamat pembangunan manpan dan Sustainable Development Goal SDGs. Objektif sambutan Hari Museum Antarabangsa adalah untuk membangkitkan kesedaran orang ramai terhadap pentingnya fungsi dan juga peranan museum sebagai sebuah institusi yang signifikan serta relevan dalam pembangunan masyarakat pada masa kini.
The festival, which brings together over 1,000 museum personnel from 28 museum institutions from within and outside Malaysia, will be officiated by Penang Chief Minister Chow Kon Yeow, the host, and attended by Abdul Karim himself along with 10 other JM officers on May 18.
Sarawak can proudly anticipate the forthcoming recognition from the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO for Nia National Park. As the expected recognition approaches in July, Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Datuk Seri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, pointed out that Sarawak is set to become the only state in Malaysia with 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
Hopefully this year we'll be getting one more recognition from UNESCO, that is the Nia Cave, which should be in July. Hopefully we get that recognition from UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Sarawak has got Mulu, which is already recognized as a World Heritage Site. If we have got another one, Miri Division will be very, very lucky, very, very fortunate, because once recognition is given, it will go all over the world, and that's where it will push up tourism. There are tourists who just travel all around the world to see all these World Heritage sites. And in Malaysia, so far now, if we are going to have 2 World Heritage sites, Sarawak will be the only state, or the only, now people don't use state anymore. I still prefer to use state also, which is the only place where we will be having 2 World Heritage Sites. Keputusan muktamad dia akan ada, kerana pada bulan Julai, badan yang akan memberi pengiktirafan itu akan bersidang di Paris, if I'm not mistaken, di Paris. Dan masa itulah mereka akan membuat pengumuman. Di India. Oh, the last one was in Paris. It will be in India. Last March was in Paris. The one in July is in India. So they will make the announcement in India in July. But from what we can see, the inspectors that come over to visit Nia, they are also from India. The team. From the feedback that we see, we are quite confident that we'll be getting it. Yeah, I hope it's not otherwise, or else I'll be very, very disappointed. Okay.
Nia Cave is the largest and oldest cave in Malaysia and one of the largest limestone caves in the world. Previously, a group of researchers from the University of New South Wales found evidence that Nia Cave was inhabited by humans over 45,000 years ago. UNESCO has recognized 5 historical sites in Malaysia as World Heritage Sites, including Mulu National Park in Sarawak and Kinabalu National Park in Sabah in 2000, Malacca City in Malacca and Georgetown, Penang in 2008, and the Lembong Valley in Perak in 2012.
Witness the heart-pounding action of the Sarawak Open Boxing Championship semi-final. Get ready for the ultimate showdown. Don't miss a moment of the electrifying bout. Watch Sarawak Open Boxing Championship semi-final 9 May, 8:30 p.m. exclusive on TVS.
Sarawak's tourism potential gleams with promise, beckoning adventures from far and wide to embrace its cultural riches. With Kuching poised to become a major driver for economic growth, it holds the promise to elevate Borneo on the world stage. Kuching has seen a significant surge of tourists recently, surpassing pre-COVID figures, and with the upcoming Gawai Festival, this trend is expected to continue. As such, Managing Director of MDS Consultancy Group, Dr. Rosli Khan said that with Kuching experiencing significant growth in tourist arrivals over the past decade, there is a pressing need to elevate Kuching International Airport KIA to international standards, ensuring a memorable first impression for both domestic and international travellers.
Dr. Rossley emphasised the need to expand KIA to accommodate the rising passenger volume. With passenger growth projected to continue, there's a vision to cater up to 10 million passengers within the next decade. He reiterated that a comprehensive study and business plan are essential to support this expansion.
Kuching, with its huge potential, urgently requires airport expansion to meet the escalating demands of both passenger and air freight traffic. The exponential growth in tourist arrivals and passenger traffic necessitates accommodating up to 10 million passengers within the next decade, warranting the addition of a second runway and an expanded terminal at KIA. However, such expansion plans must be underpinned by comprehensive studies and strong business strategies. As vital nodes for travel and tourism, airports like KIA are pivotal in driving economic growth and fostering tourism excellence.
Dr. Khan's call for planning and strategic foresight gleams a new era of aviation excellence for Sarawak, as he is of the opinion that Kuching can become Sarawak's gateway.
Expanding an airport involves a complex process that includes factors like land availability, funding, environmental impact assessments, and regulatory approvals. Kuching might face challenges in one or more of these areas, which could delay any expansion plans despite high demand. Additionally, infrastructure projects often require extensive coordination among various stakeholders, which can further prolong the process.
On April 17, Sarawak Tourism, Creative Industries and Performing Arts Minister Dato Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah stressed the urgent need for facilities in Sarawak airports, especially in the Kuching International Airport, to be upgraded to be on par with international airports in other countries. He said it should have quality facilities such as modern toilets, check-in counters and baggage claim facilities due to the regular influx of international tourists. The recent call for Malaysia Airport Holdings Berhad MAHB to upgrade KIA facilities also reflects a growing sentiment among locals and online communities.
The trees lining Jalan Sultan Ismail, Kuala Lumpur are at risk of collapsing following an incident where a large tree toppled during heavy rain and strong winds yesterday afternoon. Associate Professor Dr. Nur Atiyah Ismail, the president of the Institute of Landscape Architects Malaysia, ILAM, said that this emerging risk stems from the interconnected root system in the area, affecting the tree's durability.
Commenting further, she remarked that the current unpredictable weather in Kuala Lumpur can also contribute to instances of fallen trees around the area. In this regard, Nur Atiyah welcomes the desire of Kuala Lumpur City Hall (DBKL) to review the guidelines for the preservation of old trees around the capital, as announced by the Minister in the Prime Minister's Department of Federal Territories, Dr. Zaliha Mustafa, yesterday. Nur Atiyah suggested that the guidelines to be established should be in line with city planning, as there is a need to provide a database for each tree planted. At 2:19 p.m. yesterday, an over 50-year-old tree fell on Jalan Sultan Ismail, killing one man and injuring two others, as well as damaging 17 vehicles and disrupting monorail services.
Those were the updates on Tvs Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Goodbye.
Saya menaruh harapan tinggi